Hello, beautiful, wonderful beings. I'm a little bit intimate right now. My husband in my house is sleeping, so I'm just going to be mindful of that. Let me just turn this off. Okay, so this is day 23 on my raw, I hesitate to say challenge, maybe lifestyle change. And wow, I'm just feeling great. So I wanted to say a few things. Today I want to talk about momentum and sustainability, because when you're moving well, when you're moving in a good rhythm, you want to sustain that movement, right? You want to sustain that forward motion. So how do we do that? And so I just wanted to come in and talk to you about that, and also maybe a little bit of womb healing. Okay, so momentum. On this raw vegan, I've been feeling so much momentum in four directions, whether it be business or this YouTube channel or just life, and giving back to people and having so many creative thoughts about things I could do that could, benefit my community and people around me. And it's just been awesome. So I've had so much momentum. And then at the same time, it's funny because today the thought came in like, okay, it's about a week away from it being the 30 days and me having basically giving myself the choice again to say, okay, are you going to continue on with this? Or are you going to be a little bit more like lenient about things? Like today, I made this ramen for my husband, and oh my goodness, I love ramen and curry. Those are like probably my two favorite types of food in the world. And I, I was so tempted at so many times to just take a little noodle, just try a little bit like that. And I didn't, but I was so tempted. But it's awesome to have accountability. That's where huge pieces come in. Like this accountability with YouTube, it's not fake, but it is like, no, you know what? I made that promise to myself. And now I feel like I don't want to go as far as say a service, but, I also am wanting to offer you the chance to see what a raw journey looks like in case you want to go on your own. So just to see what it could truly look like. So today, big cravings. And the other thing with that was that I also didn't have like ripe fruit. It's been the first time on this whole journey that I really didn't quite take care of myself, because today we went to Aldi, which is a super convenient location for like organic produce that's still super well priced and even really cheap sometimes. So anyways, just where I am at, I don't have like a market or farmer's market like that. I'm in a very northern region. So anyways, I, realized that I didn't really take care of myself, because I got a lot of vegetables, but I didn't get a lot of ripe fruit. I got a lot of bananas that are almost ripe. And because it's so cold, it'll probably be a couple days before they're like really good, and probably like 3 before they're like really, really good, because I like them like spotty and like very, very ripe. So anyways, I didn't really take care of myself, because I probably should have gotten more citrus or something like that. But I don't know. I just got distracted. I was with my husband and just got distracted. And then didn't take care of myself. So I didn't really have that ripe fruit, which is a real go-to for cravings. I like to pair ripe fruit and then also get my savory in. I definitely got my savory in, but then I had some bananas that were like not so ripe, that like really doesn't cut it. You kind of get that like starchy flavor in your mouth and everything. So anyways, not desirable. So that moves me into this. Well, let me continue this. So basically, I have the thought of like, am I going to continue or not? And you know what? I'm not there yet. So I'm not going to say it for sure. But I really feel like, why stop if I'm having so much good forward motion just for that temporary sort of fix? It would be, and I don't want to say fix like that, but just a temporary feeling, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm wanting something deeper. I'm wanting to really deepen my relationship with life and myself. So for me, I feel inspired to just keep going, even though, oh my goodness, that ramen looks so good. Now I'm getting this whole creative feeling. And you see people talk about like, oh, all of a sudden I got really inspired when I started eating raw foods to be this chef. Like I really feel like, oh my gosh, I would love to make creations and make them for my community and like spread this loving food awareness. So anyways, so now I'm just like, okay. And I found actually Fully Raw Christina has an awesome ramen recipe that I really want to try. And it's just like, you know what? I can make raw ramen. Raw ramen. sounds really, really fun. So actually, I'm just gonna challenge myself because yeah, it's like, well, is ramen really that bad? I don't know, but it's not about is it really that bad. It's not about is it really that bad. That's the wrong question. I'm telling myself. I'm not saying this is it's wrong for you to say that, but I do. I'm just sharing like this. Maybe it'll spark something in you. Or it's like, do I really want to ask myself, is it really that bad? Or do I want to remind myself of how alive these living foods are and raw foods are for me? So it's not, it's so helpful for me because I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm not looking at that food like it's bad, and I don't want to look at that food like it's bad. I'm feeding it to my husband. I love and adore him with all my heart. So it's like, it's good that I'm in this place where I'm not feeling like cooked food is bad and this food is bad. Like just the label of cooked food means it's bad. No, food is so much more than just cooked or uncooked, And at the same time, I love the enzymes, and I just feel the richness and the aliveness. So why don't I just give that to myself if that's what I want? And you know what? Maybe in the future I'll have a bite of cooked food or whatever. Or I do incorporate. I do incorporate like nutritional yeast and certain things that aren't totally raw, and I'm fine with that. But like the predominant like energy that I'm getting from my food, I want it to come from that live vitality, just enriching, flavorful, divine, sensation and fulfillment and sustenance. So, and nourishment. So, that is my piece on that. And so, what I'm saying is, I haven't put it down yet on paper or anything, but I am feeling like I'm going to do another 30 days. That being said, sustainability. Okay, now I'm starting to think, okay, I'm going to create some shopping lists for myself, and then I'll share them with you once I find them, just so that, maybe you can just get a free download of like a shopping list. Would love that to give that to you. And then also, for yourself, if you're thinking of doing this, I would do like a really strong week of getting extra, extra fruit. I love what Ted Carr, I've seen him in the past say this, get so much fruit that like you have to give some of it away, like some of it goes bad. And that's kind of how I felt in the first few weeks of this. I've been really good and on top of it. And also Aldi has been supporting me so much because it's had like crazy cheap organic pears and then really cheap, really golden pineapples, and like, so it's just been really obvious to me what I should grab. But today when I was at the supermarket, nothing looked extremely like, I gotta have that in my body, you know what I mean? So it wasn't looking as vital for some reason. And you know what, maybe it's good. I have this little lesson and I am excited. Next time I would probably tell my husband, hey, do you mind if we go to a different grocery store? Because like, I just didn't see anything that really resonated, because that's such an important part of this journey as well. You find that it's not just like, oh, a pineapple's a pineapple, or this is a this. It's like, no, it has to really resonate, because I'm already taking it to the level of raw food. But like, if you're not really enjoying your raw foods, then it's almost like you might as well just not eat. Almost like that's how I felt today. I was like, I almost might as well fast, but like, I don't know, I didn't really feel like fasting. I didn't really like consciously go there. So it was just one of those things where I was like, I really want my banana smoothie, but I'm all out of bananas. Anyways, I just love my banana smoothies. That's another thing, is that I'm looking into a vacuum blender. I think that that's really great. If you've never looked into vacuum blending, it's incredible, the difference in color alone. That'll tell you everything. Color will tell you everything. About it, because it's like the antioxidants and phytonutrients, are just all these things, living enzymes, everything's, when it gets oxidated, it already starts to sort of I keep wanting to say petrified. That's not the right word. It just basically starts to decay in a way. It starts to I don't know what the correct word is right now, but basically starts to lose its nutritious value. So we want to like look into vacuum blending. That's what I'm looking into. So I found Oster has one for about $80. I'm a little bit like working with the budget. And then I feel like the technology is going to get a lot better also. So I'm not worried about it. I'm like, okay, I'll get a intro priced one that'll be like way better than the $30 blender that I'm currently using. And that's another tip. You can do this on a budget. You just gotta be just be forgiving with yourself, and just know, I'm just starting out. It can only get better from here. What a great mantra, right? What a great thing to say. I know mantra is not necessarily only English words. It has more to do with the frequency of the actual sounds that are being said. So I won't necessarily use that word again here. But what I will say is that it's a really great thing to assure yourself with it. Like, I'm just starting out here. This is just the beginning. Things are only going to get better from here. So I've been talking really fast and really quiet. If you've made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful for you just on this planet. What an incredible being you are. Not just because you're watching my video, but just because you're here. And I'm going to honor you. I want to honor you. Okay, so anything else? Oh, I wanted to drop in a little bit about womb healing. If you are someone who has had traumatic experience with your womb region, this is male or female. So anyone who has sort of in your, your organs, your sexual organs, if you've had any trauma or things like that, I do believe that raw foods is a really beautiful way to ease you in, because think about it, that when we have sexual trauma, womb trauma, or just anything in that region of the sacral chakra, the sacral area, which is such a creative area, it can really get distorted and also diminished and also depleted and also just, I wanted to say shunned almost. We kind of push away that part of us because we're like, that has caused us so much pain. It's been I don't want to say mutilated, but it's been traumatized and it's been really abused. If it has been, then it's like this is such a beautiful way, raw foods is such a beautiful way to reconnect with something that is truly divine and pure, a pure connection with something that is physical. Foods can be, on one respect, it is this very tangible thing that we put into our very tangible aspect of our being. And so when we're recreating this relationship of like, something can enter in me and actually fully just be about this beautiful healing, and it can be in me and it can feel really good and it can be feeling nourishing and it can be feeling alive, and then bring that life back into you, that life force, which truly is connected to your sexual organs. Sexual is such a word that we kind of have this shame around. I know I truly have had that, right? And it's something that I'm also working to heal, and that I've noticed I've had these moments where I'm with my animals in a specific area of my of these trees that I walk next to. It's like this specific pathway, and I reach this point and I just drop everything except for the leash because my dogs are really they like to run far, but I just basically drop my into my heart, and it just opens me up. It's been this incredible experience that I've had since I've been doing these raw days. And I've always had I don't want to say always, but for years and years I've had these truly spiritual experiences on a daily basis, and really at any moment I choose to really drop in, I can have a truly like extremely connected and almost like spiritually forthright experience. But this has just been effortlessly deeper and more connected, and I felt like this, I started crying, like tearing up, and just connecting to how loving the earth is. And so when we reconnect to the earth and we reconnect to ourselves through that, we regain our inner sense of freedom and power and love and strength. So if you are somebody who has had trauma, I'm not saying this is the only thing that you'll do or the only thing that could help you, but it is a very like self-healing mechanism to really just bring consciousness to boo boo. He likes to dig in the carpet and he's trying to find the coolest spot in the carpet. My dog. So if you are having that, it's such a loving experience to bring more consciousness into your experience of what you're putting into your body. Because think about it, then you're choosing what you're putting into your body, and you're choosing it with love. You're saying this, I love myself, therefore I put these foods in me that are so loving and nourishing and directly from the earth that loves me. And it's just this totally reinvigorating, re-inspiring, what is the word I'm looking for? It's like this redefining moment and continuation. Okay, so there's a lot here. I love you all so much. I love this earth, I love this planet, and I love all of creation, and it's absolutely magical. It's absolutely magical. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be here now. I found out about raw foods more than 10 years ago, but I personally got into it at like 10 years ago. And then I stopped for many years being truly dedicated to it. But it's a beautiful path. you know? It's not the only path, but I'm finding it's this beautiful path for me, you know? So if you're called to it, I just want to say, it's good. It's a good path. You know, some paths are harder, some paths are more ascetic, you know? Um, this is one that definitely has challenges. Like I said, cravings are real, but you also get to really fully indulge. It's just like if someone says, "Oh, how could you go into the mountains and like just be away from everyone?" They might think, "Well, I'm not really giving up anything that I didn't not have, you know. I don't really have this. I don't really have anything except for my inner being. So really indulging into my inner being is what I want, you know." Someone could easily say that. So it's just, what do you want to indulge in? That's going to bring you your momentum in that direction. If you're indulging in, you know, McDonald's, that's going to bring you momentum into the vision that McDonald's has for the planet. It could be good or bad. Maybe McDonald's is like gonna totally evolve into this incredible, amazing company. I hope so. But you know what I mean? Whatever you're indulging in, and that's gonna really bring you somewhere. So indulge into your spirit, indulge into your humanity, indulge into your heart's wisdom, your womb's wisdom, and let yourself be guided by that inner light. Shine it, baby. All right, peace out.